What's up, kitty bars, and welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be for this festive themed headband. This is another project in my Make Your Festive Attire series. I'm going to be sharing how I created this piece. It's super easy, no pattern required, and it's very beginner friendly. So if you'd like to find out how I made this, make sure to keep on watching. I have my main materials here, and I'm going to be using this gold metallic jacquard fabric that I have left over from a previous project. I also have this slim silver headband. I've had this for a while, and I thought it would be a great base for the headband, as well as some fabric glue. The first step I'm going to be doing is to measure around the headband to figure out how long I want my piece to be. You can use any headband that you have or buy a very inexpensive one as your base. You usually would find these in like fabric shops or hair supply shops, and mine was 14 inches or roughly 26 centimeters. Now I've cut a rectangular piece that is double of that length, so it is 28 inches by 5.5 inches, and I have cut two pieces because I want the material to have a little bit of weight since it's quite slim. So these are my two pieces layered here. I've put right sides facing each other, and I'm going to be sewing up the sides, leaving one short end open for me to turn things inside out. Using a normal stretch stitch, I am sewing both layers together, and I'm going to be doing a back stitch at the beginning and the end to secure everything nice and neatly, leaving one end open so I'm able to turn this piece inside out. Then I'm going in here to trim down the corner, so when I flip it to the right side, those corners come out nice and pointy. Because it's a wide piece, I don't need any tool or any devices to help me turn it over. I'm just going to simply like pass everything through. I took it to my iron to press everything nice and flat to relax all of the stitching. Then I'm going to go to the open end and fold it inwards and stitch it close. The idea is to close up that open side, and then I'm going to actually sew around the entire piece. This will just help all of the seams and all of the edges to lay nice and flat. I'm going to go to the middle of my piece, and with the longest stitch on my machine, I'm going to be sewing right down the middle because I want to gather this piece all together. If you have a gathering foot, this would save you some time. You should try using that, because for this method, I'm going to be pulling the thread to gather my piece, and I'm going to gather it as much as possible before checking on my headband whether this has been gathered enough in such a way that I am happy with. So I'm really going to keep pulling and pushing the gathers, pulling and pushing the gathers. The longer your piece is, the fuller the gathers will be. I just wanted to mention that, but since mine is twice the length of my headband, I have a decent amount of gathers for it to be obvious. Once I've gathered it to an extent that I'm happy with and I've cross-checked it on my headband, I'm actually stitching over the gathers with a tighter stitch. This is going to keep the gathers locked in place before I go in to glue it onto the headband. This is what the gathered or ruffled piece is looking like. So far so good, and I think the fabric in this case just makes this piece really beautiful and very festive. I'm going to try and spread this across the headband in a way that is symmetrical, and I've gotten some hair clips to help me hold it in place before I do the gluing. I can just shift things around, and once I am happy with where it is placed, I'm going to grab my glue. This is like an all-purpose glue. I can use it for fabric as well, and it doesn't have a very strong smell, and it's kind of transparent, which is why I like it. So I'm going to be gluing the piece onto the headband at 5 points. I'm going to put the glue on the headband itself, and then I'm going to use the hair clip to hold it down as it dries up. This I'm going to repeat for all of the spots. I don't want to do like I don't want to glue it all the way around. I kind of want it to look like it is stuck at certain points, and you can see a little bit of the silver headband come through. However, if you want to glue your piece entirely onto your headband, you can do so. The beauty of this style is in the ruffled detail or this gathered piece, and I say using a fabric that is really dramatic and a fabric that has maybe a little bit of shine or some nice detail on there or a very nice print would make for a great design. I'm using a slim headband because I want the attention to be on the gathered piece, but you can use a wider headband and you can make your ruffled piece even more dramatic. I think that would actually look very, very cool. But I'm just going on here to glue the 5th spot towards this other bottom end. As you can see, I kind of left the bottom edges of my hairband free so that I can sit nicely behind my ear, and then the drama itself is on the other parts of this design. Now I'm going to let this dry overnight before rocking it for my event. It came out really cute. This is actually something that I did it as a design in my previous collection, and I thought it would make for a great festive accessory depending on the fabric that you use. It's a very simple project, very beginner friendly, very minimal sewing. You can actually hand sew this project if you're someone who likes to hand sew your things. You can add some extra embellishments, beads, just to make it to a way that you are happy with. But I hope you guys enjoyed this project. Give it a thumbs up if you did. If you recreate this, don't forget to tag me on social media at Kim Dave Designs. And until next time, have a good morning, afternoon, and evening wherever you are. Bye.